What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ReCoop. That was a bit choppy. Let's make sure all this shit's right. I didn't even mean to go live like that, to be honest. I was just trying to test the intro, and then I was like, oh shit, no, that's already happening. Let me go right here real quick. Wrong mic. That should be good, right? Sweet. This is good. I guess I'll press live over here. It's not actually sharing the stream, which is annoying. But I guess they can still fucking hear me on Pump Fun. You won't be able to do the screen sharing that we're going to have to remember how to do. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Show back up when everything bleeds. You know what I mean? The doctor's here. Let me put some pressure on it. Come on, bitch. Let me put some fucking pressure on it. All right, I got to get off. Let me put some fucking pressure on it. All right, there we go. It's working now. All right, I got to get off. So we're good on pump. Fucking pressure on it. All right, there we go. It's working now. All right. How do we feel? Am I actually back? All right, good. Anyways, so yeah, that was a mistake. Hey, people, folks, friends, lovers. None of you are my lovers. What's going on? How are you doing? Happy Friday. It is November 14th. It's almost fucking Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? We're doing the thing. ZCash. What about this? I mean, this is why I actually even wanted to come here. Is because of this ZCash thing. Are you guys going to be zillionaires? Are you going to be zillionaires? I tell you, folks, some shit is so fucking stupid. I mean, listen, you got, well, who do we have? Okay, so let's just talk ZCash real quick before, I mean, is there anybody in the chat? Like, should I be saying hello? There are people in the chat. Oh, let's go. Cap Hits is here. Let's fucking go. Coop looking good. Send me that damn B-roll, Coop. How am I able to tell the world that you will outlie cyclists if I can't make sweet campaign videos? We're rolling back in. Do you measure vitals, Coop? I do. I will measure your vitals. I will hold your hand through tough times. You know what I mean? I've been here. You know I'll show up. Whether you want me to show up or not, here I am. Some people even say I light up a room. Do you guys feel like I light up a room? It's fucking rainy here, folks. We got weather. I'm wearing a corduroy jacket shirt right now because I was a little chilly. It's a little chilly in sunny Los Angeles. We have a flood warning from all the burn spots and all that stuff. Apparently tonight's going to get pretty rainy, which is all good, which is good. I mean, other than the fact that maybe it'll cause a bunch of destruction, but it's crazy how we're just not ready for any kind of weather in Los Angeles. Anyways, that's not what you guys are here for. So, folks, are you feeling optimistic? Do you feel optimistic about the way the world is going? Do you feel strong in your conviction for your crypto holdings? Are you feeling like, damn, I chose the right woman? What is going on? What is going on? That was an odd pivot. Are you just feeling confident in everything and anything that you are fucking doing? And by the way, DEVN on Soul, where we're streaming right now, as well as YouTube and X. We're streaming on Pump Fund, by the way. DEVN, it was launched on Pump Fund. It got up to, I think, $300,000 market cap. And I'm almost positive I'm about the only holder left. Everybody's capitulated. It's at a $7,000 market cap. $7,000. I'll probably do better than that. I'll probably turn this thing around. I probably am not abandoning it, but whatever. Anyways, ZCash. Can we talk about ZCash? Can we talk about the privacy meta? Can we say, how are your T levels? My interaction statistics. I have pretty good. I'm pretty good, man. I'm still a fucking horny dude. No man tits to be seen. I've started supplementing a little maca root. I am definitely, though, one of those dudes that I'm in a conversation. You mention a vitamin, and I have probably bought it within 12 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes. I've already ordered it. And maybe same day because of Amazon. And so I was in a conversation with a guy, and he was talking about adaptogens, and he was talking about the wonders of maca root. And I was like, sounds good. Yeah, okay, I'll buy it. What are the, oh shit. Supposed to be for erectile shit, but also energy levels. So I was like, I could take that. Yeah, I think my testosterone is all right. My testosterone. I feel like my testosterone good, bro. Yeah, so there we go. And erection statistics. Yeah, I mean, if you want me to put some little like stickies on it, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. ZCash. I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to keep on talking about I'm going to mention the word ZCash, and then I'm going to start talking about something that distracts me because I have attention deficit disorder. I bet. I'm pretty sure I do. So anyways, so we're all excited. I think the bottom line, well, for one, GovHat, see, there we go. ZCash, GovHat. I wanted to say, and I'm sure GovHat is actually interested in ZCash. Not from a wanting to buy it perspective, from a what the fuck is going on perspective. Maybe he knows. He doesn't care. Maybe he doesn't care. Maybe that man is just a fucking unbothered individual. But what I wanted to say to GovHat is I am going to get you some of this B-roll because we do need to start this campaign in full force, this campaign where I'm going to become the president of the United States or the governor of California or maybe the mayor of your city. I don't know. I don't know which office I'm running for, but I am clearly the only person that should be doing anything in this world because I am the only unbought, uncompromised motherfucker, certainly in crypto Twitter. I mean, can we talk about ZCash? Anybody else have one of these wallets where you can kind of like, whoop? Anyways, guys, look at this pen. My late mother-in-law bought me this pen. There you go. All right, ZCash. All right, let me take a sip of coffee real quick. I rest my microphone on a Bible. Little known fact. So let's do that. So for a while, we've been hearing about ZCash. A little rusty, folks. Just got a text message. All right, is this joke irritating? We've been hearing about ZCash. ZCash, I've heard about ZCash for a long time. I've actually been peripherally interested in ZCash, being like, oh, okay, so you can have private transactions, you can have not private transactions. It goes both ways. Maybe the lords, the overlords would more appreciate that. There was always some sort of thing that I saw floating around, a complaint that a certain amount of the transaction fees were automatically shuffled into what is it called, Electric Coin Capital or whatever, the company that maintains ZCash. But that always sort of felt like FUD. I was like, oh, so they're just trying to solve the problem of continuing to fund development. So that didn't seem like the dumbest thing in the world to me. It didn't make a big deal, but I was like, all right. But how actually private is ZCash? Is it, what's the that's the main thing that I always listen to. There's obviously a back and forth between the Monero community and the Zcash community. And Monero community says Zcash isn't real privacy and yada, yada, yada. Now, if you look at who governments and everybody's actually trying to shut down. It's Monero, right? It's not Zcash, which is interesting. And who is this guy, real quick? Well, anyways, I'll go through my rant, and then we can go through some. And then I forget his name though. Actually, what's the guy's name? Let's just look real quick so I remember his name. He's the guy. Eli Ben Sasson. Sasson? Eli Ben the Assassin, a co-inventor of the foundational protocols and a founding scientist of the ZCash company. Eli Ben Sasson is a prominent figure in the field of zero-knowledge proofs, which are crucial for Zcash's privacy features. His contributions and affiliations include the Zcash, and then he's also Starkware. Ben Sasson received his PhD in a theoretical computer science from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and was a professor of computer science at the Technion Israel Institute of Technology. He has also held research positions at MIT, Harvard, and the Institute of Advanced Study at Princeton. He's the co-founder and CEO of the Israeli-based company Starkware, which uses his Stark proofs to provide scalability and privacy solutions for blockchain applications. There's another Israeli computer scientist, Dr. Eran Tromer, and Ariel Gabazon. Okay, anyways. So, so Zcash is created, and then there's Zuko, who was a classic cypherpunk. But all of this, you probably know a lot of this already. But like I said, so just first principles, first thing when you look at this and you think about privacy is like, well, what do we need privacy for? Like, there's a lot of ways to do centralized or compliant privacy with the government where you can shield transactions so the public can't see. But if we're worried about, if we're worried about money laundering or illicit activity, that they can still get in there and see what's going on. Like, those solutions are going to be fine. They're all going to be fine. And there's probably many solutions already for Bitcoin for you to send your Bitcoin in a way that not everybody can see, not the common person can see, not maybe people, whatever. There's probably ways to shield it, and you just don't know about it, and neither do I, really. But when it comes to actually private transactions that the government can't even crack, it seems clear to me, based on the actions of everybody, that is more likely to be happening on Monero. Okay, fine. That's fine, right? It's good. But now there's this narrative, a very strong narrative, that Zcash is actually it's like the next iteration of Bitcoin. And this is massive FUD for the industry, by the way. All of these people, these reckless people that probably sold or swapping into from Bitcoin or have so much fucking Bitcoin, it doesn't even matter. So now they are deploying that Bitcoin or some of that Bitcoin into Zcash. And we've seen how it unfolded, and we can talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I mean, we've seen how this has gone. I mean, it started with Mert. I mean, I don't even really know. I haven't done a ton of, it's just like shit that I remember. Like, I know Zcash was looking for some sort of home, and I guess it settled on Solana, because I remember we were all talking about this, and we're like, oh, Zcash is going to do some stuff with another layer one and all this stuff to create a more DeFi situation. So clearly Mert got involved, and Mert's been talking about Zcash for a while over there at Solana. And then you would see people like Ansem now is talking about it. Arthur Hayes is talking about it. And then it's starting to escalate. It's starting to accelerate. You have Balaji. You have all these guys, all of these classic Bitcoiners, these people that have done a good job selling the narrative of Bitcoin, have now all seemingly gotten together and decided that they're going to sell the narrative of Zcash. Now, a lot of people are going to look at that and be like, well, fuck. Because then you see the Winklevoss twins show up and like they are obviously the masterminds behind this, and they've told a bunch of people like, look, we're going to do this in a few months. Let's get this thing going. Now, interesting. Now you could look at this and be like, holy shit. Well, these fucking people are the people that really were integral to getting Bitcoin to where Bitcoin is. Well, maybe not to where it is now, but to where it was and to where it started and to how it accelerated and got so much bigger. So you could get tied into this. And if you're like me, you know, I was looking at Zcash around $40 and I was thinking, I could throw $1,000 at this. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Like fuck around with it. It's good. Like, you know, privacy money is good. There's something clean about the name. I like ZCash. I like that this guy it was Zuko. I didn't really even know all of the story behind it, but he seems like a wholesome kind of dude. And I was like, maybe, you know, that kind of money might take off a little bit, right? Well, I didn't do it, and that's fine. But I didn't do a lot of things. So before this is dismissed as cope, I've not done a lot of things. So it doesn't even matter to me. But what I'm saying is I've seen it. It's been on my radar, and now we're seeing this thing go, right? And my question is this. And I wonder if you guys have the answers. And if you do, then please let me know. But how private is Zcash? I'd be interested to people that are really in the weeds about this to kind of give me an education, right? In my DMs or in the chat or wherever you want to do it. Or send me a link or whatever. Is Zcash really privacy money that is immaculate, right? Like, is that what it is? Or are we just seeing the cabal just making another run at a ton of money? Everybody likes to be like, oh, the Winklevoss twins, they're undefeated, right? Facebook, Bitcoin. But I mean, they're also the creators of Gemini, which is what have they gotten right? Like credit cards. And that's pretty good. But a lot of misses too. So it's not like they're it just is a lot of money. And people probably, I think a lot of people are sort of looking at Bitcoin and being like, okay, well, this has been like really bought up. And now it's owned by a BlackRock and everything. So we could probably ride this wave of disgruntled Bitcoiners that have taken profit at 100 and now spin the narrative of Zcash as the new Bitcoin, where we gobble up all of these things while it's still pretty cheap if you're thinking trillions. And we have Trump, so we're probably going to be fine with the privacy thing, and we'll make a killing at the end of this bull market. I mean, that's what it is. Now, the question is there any legs to the Zcash story, right? That's the real fucking question. Are there legs to the Zcash story? Now, clearly there are. It's existed for a while, so there's something there. But like I said earlier, the only one of Zcash and Monero that people are shutting down is Monero, probably because that's the only one that the government has a hard time with. Okay. I think that's a safe assumption, but maybe you guys can teach me otherwise. It feels like as these types of characters start to promote it, it seems almost like if you're a tinfoil hat guy or a Golden State Warrior hat guy, you might think, oh, this feels like the feds. And then in a time of, he's like the guy that created is like a professor. He's like the MIT Israeli computer scientist. So you can really easily go down a hole of, maybe this is just bullshit. But in the end, if we're going to need privacy, right? The thing is that Bitcoin, sure, you can say, well, the transparency of Bitcoin is the flaw of Bitcoin. But privacy wasn't what Bitcoin was created to do, and it wasn't what it has accomplished. something called freedom, and the fact that the government can't shut down your money, and the fact that this thing is widely distributed amongst a lot of different people, and it's in the consciousness of everybody as a store of value and money that cannot be stolen from them, but it can be stolen from you. It can certainly be fished from you, but it's hard to steal it from you. And the government is going to have a hard time stealing it from you, and that is the case. That's the freedom that it provides. So Zcash, I suppose, could provide that as well. I don't really know all of the technicalities of how decentralized it is or how distributed it is, but it certainly isn't in our consciousness like that. Now, these people are making a bet that Zcash, that word, that thing, can get in there, but I feel like if you are concerned about privacy, like really want your transactions to be private, if you're trying to send money in a way that the government can't fucking get involved, then you're going to use Monero. You're not going to use Zcash. Now, if you're trying to don't want people to watch where you're shopping, yeah, you might Bitcoin might not be the easiest thing. If somebody's watching, trying to track you where you go, maybe they can do that with Bitcoin. And if your trip to the coffee shop or whatever, you don't want that to be seen, maybe Zcash is a good tool for that. I don't really know. All I know is that I've been in this space for long enough to be like, okay, this shit stinks to all hell. The way it's all coordinated, the way it's being kind of rolled out, like it is such a fucking. Now the characters are a little more, I guess, legit, which makes it more interesting. And the kind of thing you can be like, well, I believe in these characters, actually. I believe that they're going to follow through. It would be really ridiculous for them not to. So you can make that bet. But all I know is that it fucking stinks. All right. It stinks to all hell. It's manipulation. It's coordinated. And good luck, right? Good luck. I mean, I'm not buying fucking Zcash at these prices. Now, maybe it goes. Maybe it keeps on fucking going. Like maybe Zcash is the thing. But I doubt it. Anyways. So there we go. You know what, guys? That's it for Zcash. Unless you guys have anything that you want to add, please do. I guess we could scroll the markets. I haven't done this in a while. I just rambled for a long time about Zcash in a way where it was unstructured. But I mean, Ansem, Arthur Hayes, all these different dudes. It's just like, okay, I'm so tired. You know what I mean? I'm so tired of the bullshit. It's also bullshit, right? Anyone else feel that way? Like everything, though. It's like hard to exist in this world. It's hard to exist in this way, in this place where we don't know. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. We don't know what's real. It's like now, look, it's like the biggest bullshit. Okay, so everyone's like, well, why didn't the Democrats want to release the Epstein files when they were in charge? Okay, probably because the Epstein files reveals a massive CIA, FBI, Mossad, whoever you want to pin it on, blackmail ring of the most powerful people in the world. And guess what? That includes Democrats and Republicans, folks. Okay. So that's probably why Joe Biden was like, let's just leave that alone. I want us to be moving on. That's probably why. And maybe his buddies, maybe, obviously Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, there's a lot of prominent Democrats that are very likely tied up into it. But the thing is, the huge gaslight is that but it was the Republicans. It was the Republican, and I'm not going to say the Republicans, but there was some Republicans that are in power right now. But they were just doing this to get votes, obviously, because there was a base, the MAGA base wanted to uncover the pedophile ring. QAnon was all about, Hollywood pedophiles and secret pedophiles and sex trafficking, and how all the elites and all of this shit, all of this stuff is the thing. And that was the Republicans, it was the right, it was MAGA that wanted to unveil this. But now they're doing the most gaslighty shit in the world and being like, well, no, now that's a Democrat hoax. I mean, you fuckers will believe anything, bro. You people will believe any Democrat hoax now. It was you that wanted it. And now it's like, oh, no big deal. It's probably too much. Probably, never mind. So sorry. I'm so sorry for, I mean, what? Like, this is what I'm saying. It's just so hard to exist in this landscape if you're trying to fucking pay attention. Like, okay, so there you go. Now Trump is going to open some investigation so that Congress actually can't get the information because it's an active investigation. Look, bro. I mean, Megyn Kelly was out there trying to say, hey, maybe Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a pedophile. I mean, she's like, somebody got to her and she was like, maybe he wasn't. They were 15. We're 5. They were developed. I mean, look, there is a difference between a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old. I get it because they're developed, they're after puberty and shit like that. Like it's clearly a lot grosser with the 5-year-old, but it's still fucking disgusting that grown men are sleeping with 15, 16-year-old grown, very powerful men are abusing fucking children. They're 15, they're 16, they're fucking children. Do any of you people have daughters? Holy shit. It's fucking gross, man. So you don't know what to believe, right? So you can't like turn on CNN. You can't turn on Fox News. You can't turn on MSNBC. You can't turn on anything. You can't go to X. These fucking people are paid for. There's bots. It's foreign governments. It's like all such garbage. We don't know anything. We can't find anything. We don't know what is real. We just have to trust who? Some of you are like, I'm going to trust Trump. Okay. Sure, bro. It's like me saying, I'm going to trust Biden in his wonderful, I'm going to trust Biden in his wonderful decision making and his clear. Let's just get Biden in there with the fucking cancer or whatever he has. You can't trust any of these fucking people. You can't trust the media. So we have to like go through this weird exercise of anybody that wants to pay any fucking attention to this, that wants to know anything about what's really happening in the world. You have to go through all of the things. You have to go through X. You have to go through all the different sites. You have to go through the aggregators. You have to read the shit. You have to fact check it. You have to look into the other people on an X that might be an independent voice that's actually delivering something real. And then you have to think about, okay, is this logical? Does this make, I mean, we have to be our own investigative journalists just to exist in a world that we're informed about. So we're informed about it because it's all fucking propaganda. And you certainly can't trust the people that are in charge now, just like you couldn't trust the people that were in charge then. All right. I mean, we all railed against the Elizabeth Warrens and how fucking disgusting her little crypto army thing is. And now we're just in a fucking different thing where now we have Trump and these, he's just using fucking crypto to make himself crazy rich and to ruin the fucking industry. And then you got all of these fucking people, these ZCash people. Now, the thing is that ZCash, fine. Like, and it's good. You know, they're going to all say like, they're all, oh, thank you, bro. Thank you, Cap Hits, for the donation, man. They're all going to say, oh, well, I still hold Bitcoin. I still hold Bitcoin. It's just the other thing, you know, it's just like it was Bitcoin. Okay, fine. But you are fudding the fuck out of Bitcoin with your little Zcash maneuver when you are the people that ushered in Bitcoin. And Zcash isn't going to be the thing. The people have already, the institutions have spoken. Now you're going to say, oh, it's been captured by that. No, but the whole point of this whole thing is that Bitcoin could withstand that kind of capture. That they knew governments and institutions were gonna be late to it. So why would you be selling it? Why are these fucking people selling it at $100,000? I don't know. Maybe because they know something that we don't, and it's own nothing and be happy, and the rug is going to come out, and a lot of us are going to be fucking broke. But I promise you, if Bitcoin rugs, Zcash will also make you broke. Yeah. So in the end, where we are is that all you can do is support independent voices. Now, how do you know who the fuck is an independent voice? Certainly somebody like me that isn't making shit except for a fucking generous $20 from cap hits. Certainly somebody like me who, has done a little promo, right? A little marketing work, made a couple grand, here, maybe a grand there, $500. Got flown a little bit, got to go to Dubai, get on a stage, got to go to some different places. That was cool. But I was never bought. Never at all. Never had a formal agreement, whatever. My point is that, but it's like, you don't also want to, I'm not connected, I'm clearly, I don't know. It would be a lot better if there were more. But my point is that in crypto, for sure, is that you see it. And if you've been here long enough, you see the playbook, and it's bleak. It's bleak, right? Even me recently with like Soul, right? Being like, all right, like I give in. I give in to it was gross the way Solana was launched and how corrupt it was, and SBF and the VC games, but it did it, and it survived through it, right? Like it made it through all of those games and on the other side, and now it's one of the top cryptocurrencies out there. So I'm like, okay, you guys did it. Bitcoin was the same thing. It did it. ETH, it did it. And there's other ones that I just don't have interest in. I don't have any interest in XRP. I don't have any interest in BNB. I've tried to be interested in Cardano. I'm not interested in Cardano. I'm not. And then there is down the list, there's things that I have found interest in because I'm a fucking big dipshit that actually gives a fuck. You know what I mean? About some sort of ethics. And then you see, like I've been involved with Algorand for a while. And then I believed in it. I believed in the Silvio Macaulay. I believed in the Italian professor. He felt good. I'm Italian. I liked it. I liked the way he spoke. I found his vision to be appealing. It inspired me. I'd see him in person. He'd give these speeches, and it felt very fun. And there was like you felt like you were in class, and you had the best teacher possible. And you're thinking, how can this guy not win? But then you start looking under the hood and you're like, all right, well, this is kind of bullshit. Oh, fuck, this is kind of bullshit. What were they doing all through those years? Damn it. All right, maybe they've been through it. Now we have new people. What is she doing? Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Right? And you can do this. Yeah, that too. You can do this. This is from the American conversation, but you can do this with basically any of these things. And then I'm sure if you really were able to look under the hood of many companies, you could see all the bullshit. So it's not, you can't be a Puritan here. But anyways, I guess my point is okay, we're in this privacy meta. Now we have to zoom back into what is it that we're even trying to accomplish here, right? And this is the point, I think, in a lot of people's journey where they just go, fuck, Bitcoin accomplished it. It's accomplishing it. All this other shit is bullshit. I think a lot of people end up here, especially like on the amount of years of my journey. I think a lot of people will be like, okay, you're about due to become Bitcoin only. But that's never been really, I mean, I am Bitcoin mainly, but that's never been why I was super interested in this. My interest, let's just say this, my interest in Bitcoin and what it provides has only grown over the years of me being here because I'm seeing what's happening. I'm waking up to what's happening with the US dollar and what's happening with the world and all of these legacy institutions, all these legacy systems, all of this stuff I didn't realize 5, 10 years ago actually how fragile all this is. And we seem to be speed running to the destruction of a lot of shit. I'm kind of all over the place. So Bitcoin becomes a hedge against that. Now, obviously, you can't just be naive and be like, oh, Larry Fink has realized everything. And he's been orange pilled. You can't really believe that, can you? But he did realize how to make money. I don't even know what I'm saying about that. It's just like, you guys, like, we're all fucking around. Love-hate relationship. With who? With who, Wilder? Wilder is like, I don't know if you guys know who Wilder is, but he's a friend of the show. And this guy is, he's lost his mind. I mean, like, and maybe a good way, you know what I mean? But some connection got, and then it created space for him. And I feel like he's seen ghosts, and the ghosts have spoken to him. And apparently they're speaking through him on Zora. So if you'd like to follow him on Zora, I'm sure he would enjoy that, and he would appreciate it. Maybe buy his token. So much shit, man. Like, like so much shit. There's so many fucking things. Now, Devin, I'm going to talk about Devin. I'm not going to talk about Devin. See, this is the deal. Is that why the fuck are you here? You're here to make money, right? But why are you here? Why do you think that this is an important space? Probably because the banking industry, the way traditional finance works, is a fucking rigged game, and it's inefficient, and it's stupid, and there's a ton of bloat, and there's a ton of people that don't need to be there. And yeah, it's rigged. So you probably thought, okay, well, with money, Bitcoin can be the global reserve currency. And then everybody laughed at you, but now you're like, guess what? It's almost happening, dude. So that's good. That's going well, actually, I think. And then on the other end, you're like, but DeFi, what Ethereum gifted us, is a way to bank without permission. It's a way to get a loan without having to get your credit checked. It's a way to have assets that people can't steal from you, except for if they are hackers and they're able to successfully steal from you in the protocol. But that you can have a bank, you can be a part of a financial markets anywhere in the world, and it's permissionless, and you're able to tap in, and it will disrupt the chokehold and the power that banks have over the world, really. Because if you dig deep enough, it all starts with the banks, right? So these are the reasons that we're here. And so what is going to facilitate these things in a way that makes sense? And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. All I know is Bitcoin. Maybe some cool apps that help you send Bitcoin easily without people being able to, see it, I guess. So you don't have to do Zcash. And then, well, I don't know. And then probably, okay, I like Base. I'm on Base. I use it. I basically feel like I'm just using an app. I mean, it's not like I'm under any illusion that like JP Morgan, the government, BlackRock, they all can see. They could all shut it down if they want to. But my estimation is they're not going to shut it down and steal all the money, right? Or not now, at least. So it's fine to use. It's fine, and it's interesting, and we'll see what Coinbase is able to do with it. But that's not like the ethos of this space. This isn't like what we all came here for. Maybe it is. Maybe some of you don't give a fuck, and you're like, I just want to make money and have a tool that I can use. I don't have to like fill out an application. So yeah. Then in that case, in Base and Moonwell and Aerodrome and Zora, whatever you want to use on Base is great. A Banker, I'm a huge fan of Banker. I think it's a neat tool with a good builder. So I'm invested in that because I'm able to kind of separate some of this, like, why am I here shit with, okay, this is what's being used and this is the direction things seem to be going. Now, Solana is interesting because, like I said, it's been through the fire of all of their, shady moves. So it got through to the other side and now it's there and now it's being obviously accumulated, and it's the ETFs have a lot of inflows, and it's doing probably the same pattern that it happened with the Bitcoin and the ETH ETFs. They launched, it went down, and then all of a sudden it goes parabolic. I'm pretty sure that is, I don't know what timeline, but I'm pretty sure that's what the story is for Sol. So like right now, most likely, maybe it goes down a bit, and another 10%, maybe. But right now at 140 or whatever the fuck Solana is at, it probably is a good deal. Now, a lot of you know that I'm actually somebody that I think I am. I probably need to look into it even more. But, I have been swayed by a lot of the arguments around Polkadot. I mean, just the simple fact that like they measure decentralization at the Nakamoto coefficient thing, and Polkadot is like ridiculously ahead. Like it's not even a real thing. It's like, and it's like, does Polkadot pay for the Nakamoto coefficient? I don't think that they do. I think this is actually somewhat of an independent thing. And it's 190 is the score for Polkadot, and the next most decentralized has like 21 or something crazy. It's interesting. And then you have people like Gavin Wood that are absolutely accelerating, and they're trying to build a real like decentralized governance, and they're trying to, with the flaws that come with it and everything, they're trying to really build out what I think Ethereum is saying that they want to be in the future, and they're doing it now. I don't know. And it hasn't been a good investment. I didn't buy it high. So, I mean, I'm down, but I'm not down bad. But it does link into the ethos. And then you have things like community, right? That's another thing that people say. And I actually believe how important community is, because we're organizing ourselves around financial markets and the internet, right? We are organizing ourselves right now on the fucking internet. And I mean, it's bleak, right? Like in a lot of ways, it's like we're being turned into renters. I mean, they're saying 50-year mortgages and shit like that. But I mean, like since COVID, it seems like, okay, so they got us used to some crazy draconian fucking lockdown things. And then they unleash AI on us. And now they're fucking robots, dude. Like, oh my God. I don't understand at all. I know I'm an old guy at this point, and so I'm getting more and more conservative in a progress way, by the way, in a wanting to preserve the family way. You understand? And the way that like fucking stop giving away my money. But that's even less of importance to me. Like stop fucking sending all of our taxes to foreign governments, or let's stop fucking creating so much damn debt that all of our taxes essentially just go to pay off our fucking interest payment, right? I mean, I'm conservative in a lot of different ways, but in the way that it touches my soul, in the way that I can't have a real debate about, is that obviously since 2020, we have accelerated in the most insane fucking way. Like it's 5 years that nobody even knows about. Like none of you have any idea what you've done in the last 5 years. You just know what's happening right now. And you're looking at my face and you're being like, damn, he's gray, dude. Was he always that gray? And you're like, yeah. And then he was always like fucking like that. But you don't know what you've done in the last 5 years. You just fucking are like, what's the price? Oh no, it's 94. What's algo? Oh no, 16. Is this going to 0? And then you just do it again tomorrow. Oh, it went up to 99. Ooh, it's 17 cents. I need to launch an app. Every day is the same. We've been I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Every day is the same. And we're lost. But they are accelerating the thing as we look at prices. And guys, like, back to that conservative thing. You know, the focus actually has to be in life from politicians is the real thing. Is that if we want our fucking country to survive, do you understand? If you want this country to survive, you have to reprioritize families and families getting into homes. Okay? You have to, the family unit, people having children, marriage, love, fucking suffering from being married, all of the stuff that goes with it, the good and the bad. We have to get back to that. Humanity, the spirit, the soul, the spark of being human, the feelings, the ups, the downs, the joy, the sadness, all of the shit. Because if we're just going to let these fucking tech, Sam Altman, Peter Thiel, these, these guys that don't really give a fuck about family. Elon Musk, I mean, he just wants to have as many kids with anybody. He doesn't give a fuck. He wants to have kids with, literally, if you're hot and maybe willing, cheap enough, he will happily impregnate you. It does not matter. This isn't family. And I hate to say it, but like Donald Trump, he's sweet with kids. I see it. It's good. He has his kids. But I mean, are we really going to pretend that he's some beacon of family values? Joe Biden, like, his family is littered with kind of gross shit, even though it's also just fucking tainted by tragedy. So it's like he's a harder person to point out at. But, he seems to, I don't know, he seems to care about his kids, actually. But it doesn't matter because I don't know, whatever. My point is that we're speed running to, okay, so they obviously were holding back AI because they knew how destructive and how crazy it was going to be. And they had to keep that cat in the bag for as long as they possibly could. So they got us used to being inside and being told what to do. They got us afraid. They got us shook. They got us changing our worldview. And then they unleash AI. And now we're like, oh shit, and we're using this tool, and now there's a competition and a weird fucking race with AI between governments, between countries, between different companies. Yada, yada, yada. They seem to be mitigating some of that by just buying each other. It's like the new banks, right? Like they all bought each other so they can just dominate and have a monopoly. And now it's the AI companies just buying each other, and they're going to have a monopoly, and then they're just going to do whatever the fuck they want. They're going to edit babies' genes to get rid of hereditary disease. They're going to they have so much money that they're going to be able to do whatever the fuck you want and they want. And they're going to call for all of this divisive shit to keep us fucking hating each other, yada, 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 yada. And then they're unleashing robots. I mean, robots are already the only thing that are really risking anything in war, other than civilians. Apparently fucking women and children are no longer matter. And if you say that women and children matter, you're a fucking, you're a piece of shit bigot, right? You're somebody that doesn't care about a whole entire race of people. You're like, whatever. Like the fucking first thing I said when this whole thing happened, when October 7th happened, I went, holy shit, I am going to pray for Palestinian women and children because of Israel's not somebody to be fucked with. And then the comments I got just caring about women and children, being able to have foresight to see what was about to happen in that region without even a political bent on it, just a bit of like what people are trying to do to fucking Miss Rachel on this shit. This girl that has made a killing, sure, but has clearly genuine, and that's why it comes off okay. This girl that's made a killing and does a fantastic job at these preschool and toddler and even baby videos that help so many parents fucking get some shit done and not feel like a total garbage piece of shit having SpongeBob or something on that where they're actually teaching and stuff like that. This girl comes out caring about children and like the ridicule. It's just like, this is so fucking weird. But anyways, we're losing our fucking hearts and our humanity. So now we're going to have robots. Musk is talking about, a robot companion, for prisoners. It's going to start with sex robots. I mean, are you guys fucking kidding me? Is the Terminator now going to be a required viewing for third graders? Like, what are you kidding me? Do I have to like literally become Batman? Maybe I don't need to be a politician. Maybe I don't need to be, the mayor of Scottsdale. Maybe I can just become a superhero, because clearly we're going to have robots everywhere. And what, you don't think some dark genius is going to figure out to turn the robots into a mini little, fighters that they can deploy on our cities and cause havoc? What the fuck are we doing? And we're just like, oh, oh, he's so autistic. It's so fun. We're rooting this dude on to $1 trillion and to doing whatever the fuck he wants. It's the world's his play place, and humanity is a disease that needs to be cured. So, I don't know. I mean, when you look at the landscape of investing right now, I mean, in so many ways, like, I've been so fucking right, by the way, about it. I mean, I've made some bad plays, but like, I've made some great plays. And if you've been watching my show long enough, like, I told you, I've been yelling at you about gold. I've been yelling about Bitcoin. I've been yelling about Palantir. Speaking of all this bleakness, because I'm not going to look. I'm not dumb enough. You see people being like, "I hate Trump. I'm selling everything." Well, you're a fucking idiot. Let's just do that. You're a fucking idiot, and I'll tell you that you shouldn't do that. Somebody told me I sold everything. I was like, you shouldn't have done that. That was a really stupid thing to do, because just at them, and then I try to help them. Trump's trying to devalue the dollar, gal, and assets are going to be the only safe place in the end. Now, is this market? So, anyways, okay, that's fine. I have I've called it. It's good. Now you look at gold and you think, right? This is really fucking high. You look at silver. What is it? Over $50? I don't know. Maybe it corrected today. I haven't shared my screen once. I don't even know how many of you are watching. I don't even give a fuck. But the so gold is a bit of an indicator. Like, okay, there's something wrong, dude. Like, like gold is all-time highs, like crazy. All-time highs. And silver's all-time highs. Markets are all-time highs. Crypto seems to be I mean, altcoins are not all-time highs. Altcoins have been angry at you for sure, and that's far along the risk curve. I would, So you look at this and you think, okay, well, this seems like it could be bad, right? Like this is gold. Gold at these types of levels seems like a warning shot, right? Like it's like, okay, dude, shit is bad. But then if you pay attention to things, you're like, okay, well, the Fed probably is going to cut rates in December because I mean, all I can really do, we haven't really been able to get any numbers because of the government shutdown. But based on what I can see, is that prices do seem to be ticking down and unemployment does seem to be ticking up. So another 25 basis points is probably happening in December. And then after that, we're in the new year. And then we're basically talking about a new Fed chair. And we're going to have people that are in there that are going to cut interest rates. Now, is that going to be a good thing? Maybe not, but it might be. And it probably is very good for the type of shit that we talk about on this show. But at the same time, you have the other side of that where you're like, okay, everything is so overvalued. And like the AI bubble, you have to worry about that because you're like, they're just buying each other. Like, is there really that much demand is it really this expensive to run these things? Are they just inflating it all? Is China going to undercut this? Like we saw DeepSeek and stuff like that. We don't know if any of that's real, if it was just like, some basic, they just used, whatever. But I don't know. So there's no answers. So what you really should be doing is working and buying dips and accumulating a portfolio of bulletproof shit. Not the riskiest shit, but bulletproof shit that you believe in. And that's up to you. I don't even know why I went on that. But I got away from my humanity thing. So we are, we have like Elon Musk, right, talking about how movies are going to be AI, music is AI, and the number one country songs AI or whatever. Like, it's going to get really, really good. We're going to have a hard time. It's going to be, like, basically it's just the robots are going to be fucking brilliant. It's like kind of like they're going to be like autistic, right? They're going to be so fucking smart, and they're going to be taught how to feign empathy and like understanding. So they're not going to have that deep emotional intelligence that some of us have, but they're going to be sufficient and they're going to compete. Right. And some people are going to be like, oh, dude, you're being a little like fucking, that's not, the robots aren't that good. AI isn't that smart, but I think they're probably wrong. And we're going so fast that way. And, look, when the richest man in the world is manifesting, you should watch because he's been manifesting. He manifested electric cars. He manifested replacing NASA. And now he's manifesting all of us having fucking robots. And I mean, all the movies told us what happens when there's a bunch of robots. What the fuck? I mean, safety comes from mutual destruction, right? That's the whole idea behind the Second Amendment. That's why you don't necessarily want to carjack in Texas, because the idea that you value your life, because that person very likely could kill you. Mutual destruction. Well, if you're up against a robot, the robot doesn't give a fuck. The robot can be programmed to give a fuck about whatever it wants. So mutual destruction, you're the only person that can be destroyed. And and destroying a robot, great, that'll be good. What a feat, you did it. But that's just like kicking a TV. Who cares? It's another robot. Nobody cares about the fucking robot. It's just a little money. Just literally just a little bit of money. It's not a life, doesn't have kids, doesn't have a mom, doesn't have a sister, doesn't have anything. Doesn't give a fuck. So now we're going to be up against robots, and we're manifesting this bullshit, right? Just like the bros on crypto Twitter right now are manifesting Zcash. They got the Winklevoss twins sent out a thing. They were at a conference. Winklevoss twins talking to all of the big boys, Balaj, all of these people. And they're like, we're going to do this. Let's go. Zcash is the move. Privacy meta. And we're going to make this happen. We're working with fucking Starkware and we're going to go. Right. So they're manifesting, and it's manifesting towards, I think it's the only green thing today. Maybe things are bouncing. I don't really know. I didn't even look. Thank you, Wilder. Anyways, so that's that. So, I mean, where do we go? Well, the thing is that Bitcoin is a move, I think, in the right direction, because we're seeing how corrupt a lot of these governments are. So it's good that we have this money that anybody can participate with and can save in, because there's corrupt governments all over the world, even here. And we don't know what is happening. So you can save in something. Now, hopefully it can't be, hopefully it's secure. And hopefully the custodians of a lot of it are genuinely in it for the right reasons. But it isn't good to see this Zcash manifestation. Nothing against Zcash, but it's being clearly pitted to appeal to Bitcoin people right now. So there's a move. They're trying to get people to move from Bitcoin to Zcash, and they're throwing out big guns to convince you. And hopefully that isn't successful to the point where they probably want it to be. Anyways, I don't know. Let's look at the news, and then I got to go. We'll go to CNBC real quick. All right. So markets actually bounced back. The Dow is down a touch. Well, more than a touch, but down 0.5%. S&P 500 is basically even money. NASDAQ is up 0.33%. So tech, I guess what tech stocks recover. Yeah. The VIX is up to 20. Actually just went down. Oil is hovering around 60. It's been there for fucking ever. Gold is down, testing 4,000 again. Silver still over 50. Copper's over 5. Bitcoin is still sub 95. ETH is actually in the green by a touch. Solana's down. XRP's down. Okay. Fewer burritos. Trump to ask DOJ to probe Jeffrey Epstein involvement with Clinton, JP Morgan, and Summers. So he is reopening that case in order to make it so they can't release the files. It's kind of bullshit, to be honest. But whatever you guys need, right? Whatever the leader says. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon to retire in January after nearly 12 years leading retailer, or we're going to go with retailer. Okay. AI, like people saying that it's not real. I mean, you're fucking an idiot. Like everywhere is using AI to make themselves more efficient. And they're going to, first it's going to come for the bookkeepers. Then it's going to come from the orderers, and then, whatever, all throughout the frickin' chain of a business. All right. So, Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say Circle is is bulletproof. There's certainly a lot of competition, but you know, Circle is the US USD, USDC is the US stable coin. It's the one that is in bed with all the big boys. So I don't know how bearish I would be on that, but we'll see. Oh, there was a rumor that MicroStrategy or Strategy was selling Bitcoin, but he says there's no truth and that they're buying. The Tom Lee Bitmine treasury company hires a new CEO and expands the board. BlackRock Binance partner on Biddle integration and launch on BNB. Interesting. That's interesting. I mean, we do know, I think that Binance is still under like US government watch, right? All right, whatever. I don't even want to read it. I just look at prices and I gotta go. So fear and greed is high in the fear zone. Alt season is not happening. Bitcoin is sub 95, down almost 8.5% in the week. ETH has outpaced Bitcoin in the last 24 hours, but down low 31. It's been in that zone for a while though. Solana down 13%, underperforming. Chainlink $14. ZCash is number 14 now. I mean, it might as well pass Bitcoin Cash because nobody gives a fuck about Bitcoin Cash. But yeah, Zcash up 11% in the last 24 hours, down 15% in the week, but pumped back up almost $600. A lot of volume, over $2 billion worth of 24-hour volume. Monero's top 20 though, it's up too. So the privacy meta is getting going. Enjoy. Polkadot is one of the ones that is up actually in the day. Algorand outside the top 50, low 16s, low volume. Arbitrum down 20%. Pump Fund down 18% on the week. Starknet. Yeah, it's funny because I was fucking looking at this, but it was what it was. I don't know. It was definitely up from where I was looking at it, just because I saw where this was going. But I just don't like, you feel like you're chasing. All right. So what do we got here? The Dangler's back, baby. The Dangler. That's funny. The government's love with crypto. I think it's important because I hate trad banking. Look into the history. Also buy my shit, please. The answer is closer to BTC than Zcash. We need AI to believe in Jesus in Texas. Preach. Dystopian is fucking true. Biden seemed to care more about his family. So much truth. Bless up. Got a dip. Great stream. Thank you. The Dangler's back. Big things happening all over the place, but something special is coming to Digibyte. All right. Gladden TV says something special is coming to Digibyte. What's special? I mean, look, the Digibyte community right now has got to be looking at Zcash and being like, fucking Zcash. Oh shit, we're back, baby. Let's go. What do we got? So I'm let me know, man. Gladden TV, let me know what you see and what you find out. I want to know. If Winklevoss twins actually cared about privacy, they would list XMR on Gemini. Until they do that, then I suspect it's all just a ploy to extract money. And I think that that's true. I think that that's definitely true. They don't care about privacy. They can't care about privacy because if it was truly private, then they can't list it, right? So, I mean, I don't know. How private is it? That's what I want to know. So that's what I want to know. I want to know how private ZCash actually is. Because Litecoin, doesn't that Litecoin have a fucking privacy function? Why not Litecoin? Like it is the OG, and I think you can shield transactions on Litecoin. All right, folks. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being part of the stream. I might do this again. I might even do this again tomorrow. Have some fun on a Saturday. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm here. I'll be more active. I'm paying attention. The DigiDollar. Ooh, the DigiDollar. So you got a dollar backed by Digibyte, a decentralized stable backed by Digibyte. All right. I'll look into it. All right, folks. Hey, keep it real. Navigate the noise. Keep your head on. Love your family. Make sure that you stay connected to the people that care about you. Don't get so lost in these Peter Thiel's and Sam Altman's dystopian view of the future. Their lack of respect for everything that Elon Musk, their lack of respect for what actually matters, which is humanity, family, fucking love. I mean, how lame am I, right? But like, give me a fucking break, dude. Who are we fucking? Why are we sucking these fucking gay dudes' dicks? Why? Because they're rich. See? Our entire pub, we're a bunch of hoes, dude. We're a bunch of fucking whores sucking the dicks of these rich fucking pricks. Ugh. All right. Devin for president. Peace.